out. And so, oh, now actually the DT manages to escape. Well done, DT. But I think it's only a matter of time until he's going to get killed as well. In the meantime, so very interesting build. I'm sorry for my mistake. I actually thought he's gonna go carrier, kind of quick carrier, but he's not. He's actually going for arbiters, and I actually find that a good call. I think way too often Protoss players neglect the great abilities of the arbiter and go directly for the well-known carriers that indeed are a huge force if enough in numbers. But still, the Arbiter in combination to Goons can also be a deadly weapon against Terran, especially if they're used carefully, with abilities such as Recall or Stasis. They can do a lot of damage to the Terran. So, in the meantime, we're sending a scouting SCV over here. In the meantime, we've got Observatory as well gone up. And as you saw, that Arbiter Tribunal and the Stargate, so as to make that... make those arbiters. And now managed to catch that DT over there. He was probably heading off towards the main, but managed to catch him off on the way. And a little Terran push here, so finally pushing out of his shell that he had built there, finally expanding a little bit. In the meantime, the first arbiter has come out, and we might see the first important clash in this game. Problem is, those two, Citadel of Aden and the Templar Archives are totally unprotected there, so this could be, this was pretty much a loss here for Horang. This was definitely something he spent quite some, resources in, and it did not pay off. Some extra units right now would have been a lot more handy. He did manage to take out something, but not enough. In the meantime, planning his third expansion right here, the Terran stone with 2 turrets, so the turret plus tank push from him. And on the other side, however, with some stasis, there could be some good stuff coming from the and that observatory got taken out. There could be some good stuff coming from the Protoss right here, massing those troops above that ramp and calling stasis on those 3 tanks. Well done. But that Arbiter has taken quite some blows. I hope he's not going to lose it. And now going in with the Zeals, on the tanks. Well done, Zeals. Going in directly on these tanks. It's so important to bring those Zeals in time so as to do the damage. And now, in the meantime, coming in with these Goons, and he's doing a great job. Didn't lose that Arbiter yet. Oh, loses the Arbiter. This is going to be really painful for him. I thought he's not going to lose it, but he did lose it in the end. That was kind of poor. And yeah, those Marines will take out that proxy build there. But I think that was no surprise. It was pretty much a matter of time, and Horang expected that one. And oh my god, the command center is also going to be taken out. Command center was not moved in time away, and the command center will be taken out by the Goons. Goons in the meantime dealing quickly with the unstasis tanks, and he knows he does not have a lot of defense. This is why he's finishing this pylon wall that he had started earlier, so as to also cut off the entrance of the vulture box. It's a very used tactic on many maps to build simply a pylon wall so as to cut off any vulture bikes attempting to get into the main or the expansion or whatever base and deal some damage to the mineral line. Science facility, so he needs that science vessel so as to get the detection ability of units underneath the Arbiter, and now finally finishing that last building there off. The Goon's waiting around, chilling. And he's being pushed back a little, so definitely good from Horang that he managed to nullify this economic advantage that his opponent would have otherwise had. Now going in after the vulture bikes that are now forced to retreat after killing that one pylon. So well done nullifying this this advantage. However, you have to kind of still find that somehow. Then again, I'm not really sure. Now he's putting down that third expansion, so economically, I'm not really sure who I should give the advantage to. Somehow I tend to say Stone, but simply because he had that second expansion quicker, and he's a Terran. Whatever. Oh yeah, good buddies hanging out there at that position. So Fleet Biakon we have just seen. Nexus being put right here at the 9 o'clock position. So carriers will follow pretty soon. And you can see that he's expecting something like this because he's planning a lot of turrets. Also, of course, to get any drops that might be coming from the Protoss, but also importantly to fend off any other, arbiters or why not even carriers. And now finally they're not buddies anymore. They're fighting each other right there, and now the Terran laying some mines in that area. We're heading pretty much for a very standard TVP. Except that proxy build at the 3 o'clock position, there was pretty much nothing really spectacular out of the ordinary in this game. So it's gonna be quite a longer game, this one. The vulture bikes running around in the middle of the map. They might try to attack right here. This expansion, they missed it. They're going in for this one actually, and they're repelled. Finally by those photon cannons. But invested quite something in these other expansions, so not so sure how well prepared Stone will be, Horang will be, sorry, when Stone's push will come, because Stone, well, he has quite a number of factories. If you actually look at it, has that armory, so he's gonna have those Goliaths out as well pretty soon. So this might be some problems. This might mean some problems for Horang. It's important for him to keep strong until the carriers will come, because then the advantage may well shift into his advantage. Of course, if Stone will not have numbers of Goliaths that he needs. So waits with those vulture bikes around there. Another cybernetics core. So he's gonna be researching those air upgrades like crazy. So definitely committing to this build. He definitely has a much weaker land force. You definitely have to say this. He has a weak land force. He needs Horang totally needs to keep the advantage, to keep his all his nexuses mining, all his expansions mining, so as to not give in until those carriers come. This is very, very important for him at this point in time. We've got another command center being built here at the something like the 5 o'clock position or whatever. First couple of carriers are out, but he's definitely going to need a little bit more than that so as to inflict serious damage on his opponent. And now finally the first Terran drop of the game coming at the 3 o'clock expansion. And this might mean some problems, because you can see this has been walled off and only Zealots can come in. I don't think that goons can get through that pylon walled entrance. And now the Zealots will get in, and they're probably going to be able to take out these tanks, or at least push them away indeed. Regrouping there. So, this is definitely the time for Stone to strike while his opponent is weak, while his opponent misses the land troops, simply because he has committed to such a carrier, a strong build. Arbiter hanging around. I think I see another Nexus being built at something like the 1 o'clock position on the map. You can see that red dot right there. I probably think this is a Nexus. And with the help of observatories, clearing those mines that have been laid. I don't know he's got quite a lot of tanks. He should probably push out pretty soon, because his opponent does not have a lot. I don't think his opponent could. I don't think that that Horang can really keep this if a strong attack comes. But well, it's kind of late, because now the carriers are coming out. And on the other side, I'm not really sure what Stone has as far as Goliath numbers are concerned. He probably has something, but is it enough? We'll have to see. The drop being redirected towards the main, and he sees that carrier. So he's now completely certain that what's going to come, and now he's going to attack this expansion. Not sure what's there to defend this, simply because, as I've said, very little land troops left, simply relying on what he has, a little in Goliaths and Zealots to defend it, and on those photon cannons at every expansion, and now attacking with the carriers at that 5 o'clock base that has been earlier put down. And he's doing a great job. He already has quite a number of carriers, so very, very well done from him. And probably only now realizing all these carrier numbers there, the Terran seems to decide to push, because you can see that yellow mass moving around. Then again, he also might be going simply to defend. I think this was kind of... Stone should have attacked with his troops a lot earlier, while Horang was pretty much on the back foot.